Ready, Judge.
Okay. Put my phone on the lower volume, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, I'm gonna call the docket. This is first of all, State of Texas versus Brian Contreras. Robert Mauer is the attorney. Anybody here in that case is Brian Contreras Perez
Judge,
here?
I believe Mr. Mauer is running late.
Okay. So I'm going to write late on that and I'll recall that one later.
Okay.
But is Mr. Contreras Perez present in the meeting? Just so I know. No answer.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you are present. Okay, your attorney's running late, so we're going to wait for him. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Next on the docket is State of Texas versus Tabitha Vivanco Rubio. Attorney is listed as Jesse Sanchez. Jesse Sanchez. Tabitha Vivanco Rubio. That'll be a tentative FTA. Going down the docket, next case is the State of Texas versus James Dakota Holmes. No attorney listed on the MTR.
I'm present, Judge, for Mr. Holmes.
And who's telling me that right now?
Charles Bunk.
Okay, Charles, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you with that beard, man. It's been a while.
I know, it's been a while.
Okay. So, Charles, is your client present? Is James Dakota Holmes present in the meeting? Okay.
I just talked to him. He was logging on. I'll check with him right now.
Okay, I'm going to go on and call the rest of the docket and then I'll revisit this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right now, he's a tentative FTA, but I'll scratch that out if he does log in. State of Texas versus Matilda Quiones, attorney Elizabeth Russell.
Yes, Judge, I'm present.
Is Ms. Quiones present?
I don't think so, Judge, unfortunately, unless she's in the courtroom.
And is
No.
she in the courtroom?
No, not in the court.
Okay. She's a tentative FTA. I'll finish calling the docket and revisit that. Maybe she'll come in a little bit later.
Okay, and I do need to confer, Judge.
Okay. Next case is Christopher, State of Texas versus Christopher Dominguez. The attorney on that case is Raimundo Aleman.
Yes, sir. Christopher Dominguez is here, sir.
Okay, Raimundo Aleman, your attorney is...
He's not, I have not, he said he was going to be here, sir, and I keep calling him. He doesn't answer me.
He's running late, so I'll just mark him as running late and we'll get back to your case.
Yes, sir.
Just put yourself on mute. Going to page 2 of the docket, State of Texas versus Evelyn Teresa Quiroga. Joe Stenberg, the attorney. Is Evelyn Teresa Quiroga present in the meeting? Mr. Stenberg, tentative FTA.
Joe Stenberg is there, Judge.
Where's Mr. Stenberg? I'm
Joseph.
sorry. Mr. Stenberg? I am not seeing him. Mr. Stenberg. Your attorney, maybe, oh, he's coming into the room right now. Okay.
I'm sorry, that's Joseph Stateson. Mr. Stenberg is coming on now, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Stenberg.
He's connecting to audio.
Okay, Mr. Stenberg. I'll get back to you. State of Texas versus Mercedes Jovita Pacheco, attorney Renee Munoz.
Yes, Judge. Attorney Munoz present here.
Is your client present, Ms. Pacheco?
I don't believe so, Judge. At this moment, if you could just place her as tentative FTA, you need to attempt to reach her, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Stenberg, are you online now? Not yet. Okay. State of Texas versus Javier Limon, attorney listed as Ivan Barrera.
I'm
here,
present,
Judge.
Your Honor, and so is my client.
Okay. And what can you tell me about this case, Mr. Barrera?
Judge, I'd like to confer.
Okay. You're going to be number 2 on the list. I have one attorney ahead of you that wants to confer. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll get to you when we can.
Judge, both prosecutors are here.
Both, oh, so we can have one prosecutor confer then, right?
Yes,
How is
sir.
that? Is that cool or what? Okay, so I had Elizabeth Russell that wanted to confer with the prosecutor. Can we put one of the prosecutors in a breakout room with Elizabeth Russell?
And Patty, I've been talking to Caitlin Morgan about this case. If I could go back with her if she's available.
Okay. Breakout room 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then can I assign another one to breakout room number 2, and that would be Ivan Barrera?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm admitting Jesse Sanchez. Okay, so I'm going to go back to calling the docket. I believe it's State of Texas versus Esmeralda Garcia is the next case with Brenda Levenstein. Is Mr. Garcia present? Is Mr. Levenstein present? Miss Levenstein, excuse me. All right, that'll be a tentative FTA. Going down to the docket, State of Texas versus Dominic Rodriguez. I have no attorney listed on this case. Is Dominic Rodriguez in the
Yes,
meeting?
sir. I'm here. Yes, sir.
And Mr. Rodriguez, do you have an attorney?
No, sir. I had an attorney, sir, but something happened with my financial issues. But I just wanted to enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. You need to be interviewed for a court-appointed lawyer, sir.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the docket call, can you talk to him, Patty, or can you have someone talk to him?
Yes, sir. I'll ask him on chat to give me his email address.
Okay, so we'll get to you on that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, State of Texas versus Andrew Joseph Martinez. Attorney listed as Laura Zachariah. Is Mr. Martinez present? That'll be a tentative FTA. State of Texas versus Daquan, Chianti Daquan Rome. Attorney listed as Cleophas Marshall. Is Mr. Rome present? Mr. Marshall?
I'm here, sir.
You are here. Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
your attorney's not present, so I'm going to list your attorney's being late, and we'll get back to your case, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, going to page 3 of the docket, I have State of Texas versus Matthew Garcia.
It's Garza, Judge.
Excuse me?
It's Garza.
Oh, Garza? I'm sorry.
Matthew Garza.
It's Matthew Garza, and I don't have an attorney listed. Is Matthew Garza present in the meeting? He's not. I'll put it as a tentative FTA. All right. On page 4, I have some add-ons that are pleas. I got both prosecutors conferring right now.
Both back, Judge.
Oh, good morning, Ms. Reed. Good to see you. I think we have some pleas ready, or we might have some pleas ready. My understanding is that, well, for sure, Pat Montgomery yesterday set up a plea. And Pat, your client is Joe Edward Riojas, right?
Yes, sir. He's online. All the paperwork should be ready.
All right, let me take a look at my screen to see if I have his paperwork on there. I do. Incredible. I've got 2 sets of paperwork though. Why is that? Let me see. This is your paperwork, and then the other one is
Judge Longoria uses a standalone plea bargain form that's attached.
okay. So I can do that after we do the plea. So let me go back to that paperwork. Okay, so where is your client?
I'm here, sir.
Mr. Riojas. Where are you, sir? Okay, keep your right hand raised. Thank you. Do you swear the testimony that you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Riojas. I'm going to open up your paperwork. I'm now going to minimize it. And then I'm going to be able to share my screen. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, do you see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the first document you've seen is the state's consent to this video conference, which they've signed. And then there's a second document you've seen is a discovery acknowledgement saying they've given you all the discovery in this case, which your lawyer and the prosecutor have signed. I'm now going to the third document, which is entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conference. And you have signed this right here where my cursor is moving. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, it's okay to do this by video. We do not have to do it in an open courtroom. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm looking at another document. Is your name Joe Edward Riojas Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Joe Edward Riojas Jr. who in this cause number 653412, who's charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol of 0.15 or higher?
Judge, they're going to change that charge. They're going to waive the 0.15 or higher. The remaining part of the form reflects that. DWI first.
Okay. Is the state online right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the state have a motion to lower this to a DWI first?
Yes, Your Honor. The state moves to waive the enhancement and proceed on a DWI first.
State's motion is granted. So now, Mr. Riojas, you're now charged with a lesser charge of just DWI as the first offense. And for that offense, it is possible you can be punished anywhere from a minimum 72 hours in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you're charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Riojas, I'm looking at this document that's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed this document right here electronically where I'm moving my cursor. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
When you
That was my signature. He's above
you're
it.
a citizen, I'm sorry, I got that wrong, did I not? Where is the signature? Right here. Okay, that is your signature, right, Mr. Riojas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you a citizen of this country, sir?
Yes, sir.
And let me sign this. Now looking at another document that's entitled Trial Court's Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. All right, and this document you have signed electronically as well, right here where I'm moving my cursor. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
When you signed this document, you told me, Judge, I understand that if my lawyer makes a deal for me, that's called a plea bargain. If you follow that plea bargain, Judge, I understand I will not have a right to appeal in the future. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then to the offense of driving while intoxicated, the first offense, sir, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
You understand, on a plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty.
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you to do this?
No, sir.
Anybody promised you anything besides a plea bargain to get you to do this?
No, sir.
You're doing this plea of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
Could I ask the state to please recite the plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor. $500 fine, fully probated. Court costs 6 months confinement, probated for 14 months, 56 hours of community service, DWI education, victim impact panel, TAP evaluation, and follow the recs, and 7 months of ignition.
Whoa. The old guy can't write that fast. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. 56 hours of community service, DWI education class. And what's the next thing then? Is that
Victim impact panel,
VIP? Okay.
TAP eval,
Tap a valve,
and 7 months of ignition interlock.
7 months ignition interlock. Okay. Is that, you understand the plea bargain, Mr. Montgomery?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Montgomery, Pat? Pat Montgomery? Hello?
Sorry, I had to mute because I was creating feedback. Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. And is that, and do you agree to that plea bargain, Mr. Riojas?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Riojas, the court having heard your plea of no contest on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I'll follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $500 fine, which is fully probated, plus court costs. I sentence you to 6 months in the Bexar County Jail. However, I suspend that sentence. I place you on probation for 14 months. I make it a condition of your probation. You do 56 hours of community service. You take a DWI education class, you do the victim impact panel, you take a TAP evaluation, you follow all its recommendations, and that you have 7 months of initial interlock on your vehicle. The supervisory fee, what's the normal supervisory fee in this case, Patty?
$29, Your Honor.
29 or 39? I'm sorry, is it 29?
What? 29.
Okay,
29.
just a supervisory fee of $29 per month. And let me see, I'm looking at his paperwork now on my screen. And Patty, I'm over here on the personal data sheet. I'm not sure if I need to fill out stuff on this or not.
You don't, Judge.
Okay, so then I'm not letting me click to sign. So what do I have to do to get this document to let me click to sign is my question.
I'm not sure why it's doing that, other than because the defendant didn't complete it.
Okay. Well, we've taken the plea, it's on the record. I'll finish the paperwork later, but right now it's not letting me click the sign, Pat, okay?
Yes, yeah.
There's a little blue thing that says next required 1. It's in your upper right-hand corner of your screen.
Right here, Judge.
Okay, you're talking about this next thing right here?
No, sir, it's blue. It's in the opposite corner. That yellow is in the lower left, but the blue is in the upper right.
Okay, next required.
Number 1,
Right
there it is.
Okay,
And there's where you didn't sign.
okay. And now I can click the sign. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's why I need experienced defense lawyers like you, Pat. It's
I'm
old.
an old school geek. I had a major or a minor rather in computer science back in the early 1980s. Didn't do me any good.
Glad you kept it up. I need all the help I can get on this. Okay, so I've clicked the
Thanks,
sign.
Judge.
Should do it on that. And then the other piece of paperwork I need to file on him is his plea agreement form, which I'm doing right now. And defendant has been admonished. He is a U.S. citizen. I don't know about any kind of motion being granted.
You could use that same next required to get to the signature. Just,
Okay, just hit that.
yes, sir.
Okay.
It'll take you to where you need to sign.
Pat, I had you here, Pat. I haven't ever had that happen before. Not even in jail court. We do a lot of this stuff.
The jail court system's been jumping all over the screen and it's driving Judge Shelton nuts. Me too.
Oh, okay,
This jumps randomly to strange places.
cool. Okay. Well, I've taken care then of all his paperwork on my end of it. So he needs to go in a breakout room now with, I think, a probation officer. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes,
put him
sir.
in a, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for right now. Can you put him in a breakout room then, Patty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we had another, do we have that other ready? Should I go on back to the docket? Let me go back.
Judge, we have an individual that is appeared. He's in the courtroom. His name is Margarito Goel. His attorney is John Joseph Garcia. He's on.
Okay.
I'm present here for him, Your Honor. He had missed his court date on July 2nd, and Judge Longoria gave me a week to bring him back to court. But he's in the courtroom now, and we were going to set for a trial.
Okay. Okay, he's in the courtroom. So can we set that for trial, Patty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is this gentleman's name again?
Margarito
Margaret,
Goel.
And the last name?
Guel. Goel.
his number is
Oh, no, I don't need his number. I just, No, sir, you need to make sure that you understand that if you come in next time, if you don't come in next time, I don't think Judge Longoria is going to allow your lawyer this much grace period again to bring you in. You need to make sure you're here next time for your setting. Do you have that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what's that setting going to be, Patty?
It'll be, July 27th.
July 27th. In person, County Court 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make sure you're there.
Yes, I'm marking that down on my calendar right now, and I will remind them. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Judge,
Judge.
may we approach? I'm sorry.
It's kind of hard to approach in Zoom. It's kind of hard to figure that one out.
Yes, may I so politely interrupt, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done conferring with ADA Morgan on Miss Matilda Quinones.
Right.
Page one.
The state is going to dismiss that case.
Is that right?
Yes,
Mrs.
Your Honor, it is. And I just sent out the dismissal.
Okay, then hold on 1 minute. Let me see if I can find it.
Page one.
I don't think I have it yet. But okay, I'm going to put in here to be dismissed on Quinones. And you can be excused then, Ms. Russell. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Your
Judge,
Honor,
if I may, this is Jesse Sanchez.
Hold on 1 second. Hi, Jesse. How are you?
Good, Judge. Sorry I was a little late. My client's on the first page, number 4, Tabitha
Okay.
Vivanco.
Vivanco Rubio. And is she present?
I believe she is, Judge, on Galaxy Tab A7, I think. That's her. I'm not sure.
Ms. Vivanca Rubio, are you present at the meeting?
I
I'm
did
not
give her
here.
the login last night, Judge, and she confirmed it.
Okay, I don't hear a response or anything on that. Let me go on to the rest of the docket, Jesse. Maybe she'll log in by then. Maybe she's having difficulty doing it.
Judge, she's there. She's trying to speak.
This is Priscilla. Did
Oh,
you say my
okay.
name?
Are you then Tabitha Vivanco Rubio?
No, I'm Priscilla.
Priscilla Estrada, Judge.
Priscilla Estrada, that's a plea.
Oh, that's a plea. Okay, hold on, Mrs. Estrada. Okay. Right now, I'm trying to get a hold of Tabitha Vivanco Rubio, and I've seen it. Mrs. Sanchez, can you hold on that one?
Yes, I will, Judge.
All right. Now, the other lady that's online now is Priscilla Estrada.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Patty, is that a plea?
Judge, that's the add-on that I gave you on page 4.
Okay.
Estrada with Monica Guerrero or Joseph Stateson.
Okay, I see it now. And then, do we have the attorney on that one?
Yes, sir. Joseph Stateson is on.
I'm
Mr.
present.
Stateson? Okay, let me see if I have the paperwork on that. We can take that plea and get you out of here. Widen this a little bit. On a shot of plea agreement. Okay, let me see. That's a plea agreement. I don't want that. I want the plea paperwork. Okay, I'm finding that right now. Okay, so then I'm going to minimize that and share my screen. Hopefully that will come up. I did. Okay, Mrs. Estrada, can you raise your right hand for me, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am sharing my screen with you now. Do you see the screen, please? You see it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
You can put your hand down now. Thank you, ma'am. The first document I'm seeing is the state's consent to do this video conference, which they have signed. And by the way, do I have a prosecutor present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I'm now looking at another document called Discovery Acknowledgement, which again is signed, which I need to sign, excuse me, which basically says that the state gave you all the discovery in this case. Attorney for the defendant, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now looking at another screen where that says defendant's consent to video conference, and you've signed this electronically where I'm moving my cursor. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
When you signed this, what you did was you told me, Judge, it's okay to do this by video. We don't have to do it in open courtroom. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm now looking at another document. Is your name Priscilla Martinez Estrada?
Yes.
Are you the same Priscilla Martinez Estrada, who in this cause number 652729, who's charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated as a second offense? Is that you, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, are there any motions by the state on this case?
There should be.
Yes, Your Honor. The state moves to waive and abandon the DWI second enhancement and proceed on a DWI first.
Okay, Mr. Estrada, you're now charged with the lesser offense of DWI as a first offense. And for that offense, it is possible that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 72 hours in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there is a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you're charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at this document that's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorney explain it to you?
Yes.
You understand it?
Yes, sir.
In fact, you have signed it right here electronically when I'm moving my cursor, have you not?
Yes.
Are you a citizen of this country, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm now looking at another document that is entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, which again, you have signed electronically right here where I'm moving my cursor. And when you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a deal for me, that's called a plea bargain. If you follow that plea bargain, Judge, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
So then, to the offense of driving while intoxicated as the first offense, how do you plead, ma'am? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
You understand on a plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty. I can
Okay.
still find you guilty on that plea. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you entering this plea of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Besides a plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, no one's promised you anything in order to get you to do this.
Correct.
And you're not being forced to do this, correct?
Correct.
Is there a plea bargain in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. A $400 fine, court costs, 180 days confinement, probated for 6 months, 24 hours community service, DWI education, DWI intervention program, TAP eval.
Hold on 1 minute. Intervention program, tap eval, okay.
And 6 months ignition interlock.
6 months ignition interlock, okay. Is that your understanding of the plea bargain in this case?
Yes, it is. Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Do you agree to this then, Ms. Estrada?
Yes, sir.
Then Ms. Estrada, excuse me. The court, having heard your plea, no contest, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $400 fine plus court costs, 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. However, I suspend that sentence. I place you on probation for 6 months. It says, make it a condition of probation that you do 24 hours community service. You take a DWI education class. You take a DWI intervention program. You take a TAP evaluation, follow all its recommendations, and I'm ordering 6 months of ignition interlock. Supervisory fee, I'll assess of $29 per month. Okay? You need to go now, ma'am, into a breakout room with the the probation officer in this case. And can you do that for me, Patty?
Yes, sir.
Judge Canales, like with the similar case before, there may have been a second document, perhaps?
Yeah, the plea bargain agreement. I'm getting ready to sign that right now.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I be excused?
You can be excused, sir.
Judge, may I approach? This is Cleo Marshall.
Cleo, if you give me 1 minute to finish up on this one piece of paperwork I have from this last plea. I don't know, how do you approach in Zoom? How do you do that? I mean, do you sneak up on somebody and say you're approaching? Yeah, you can approach in just a minute. Let me sign this thing. Okay, I'm signing the plea bargain agreement from the last document, from the last plea. And I'm sending it off to cyberspace. Okay, so that's done. Okay, now Mr. Who was it asking to approach?
Cleo Marshall, Judge.
Sure, Cleo.
Good morning. Mr. Long. Oh,
sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Keontae Rome on the bottom of page 2.
Okay.
I would like to confer with the prosecutor if possible.
Bottom of page 2, Mr. Rome. Okay. Patty, can we put Mr. Marshall in the breakout room with one of the prosecutors on that?
Yes, sir. It'll be breakout room 4.
Thank you so much.
Judge, may I announce as well, this is Attorney Rene Munoz.
Yes, sir.
My client is now here, Mercedes Pacheco, Judge.
Which page on my docket, please? Can you tell me?
I'm here, sir.
Patty,
Page 2?
Is that page 2?
Yes, sir. Top, the second case or third case.
First case I have is Evelyn Quiroga. Is that right?
The third case, Judge.
Third case being well, that's Javier. No, let me look now. I'm looking for Mr. Munoz. Mr. Munoz's case would be Pacheco.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Ms. Pacheco is present?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
With the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
Please.
And Mr. Pacheco, what do you wish to do on that case? I mean, Mr. Munoz, what do you want to do in that case?
If I could confer, Judge, that'd be great.
Okay, do we have another prosecutor that can confer, Patty?
Yeah, yes, sir. Miss Reed is available.
This week, can you be put in a breakout room to confer with Mr. Munoz?
It'll be breakout room 5.
Breakout room 5, okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Judge. I'm sorry. May I approach?
Who's asking to approach? Is that you, Mr. Barrera?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, 1 minute, Mr. Barrera. First of all, let me find you on you are on my second page of my docket. You had been conferring, I believe.
Yes, Judge. I just finished with Ms. Reed.
And your client was Javier Limon. So what's going to happen on that case?
Yes, Judge. So I confer with the state, let them know that we're still missing some videos. So we just asked for a reset, Judge, so we can obtain those.
Okay. Patty, can we do a reset on that then for discovery, basically?
Yes, sir. 30 days?
30 days, okay?
That'll be fine, Judge.
And that'll be when?
It'll be August 19th.
August 19th, and I believe that's going to be an in-person reset. Mr. Limon, are you on the meetings still?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Mr. Limon, this is going to be an in-person reset. That means you have to show up in the courthouse in County Court 5 on August 19th at 9 o'clock. Okay, you got that?
All right, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Just one thing, Judge. I'm actually going to be on my honeymoon that week. Could we move it for the following week?
Actually, I consider it really an act of of mercy on my part not to let you go on your honeymoon. But okay, you want to get married and go into good romance, go ahead. When do you want to reset this to then?
Judge, anytime the following week would be great.
August 26th.
That'll work.
26.
26. You know, you could get stuck in a 30-year marriage. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
Judge, we've been together 10 years. So
okay. All right.
I'm almost there.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. Let me go back to the docket on this thing.
Pull up and see if you left any notes in JD.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I just conferred on 660-869. It's Shiante Rome is the defendant.
1 minute, Ms. Morgan. Do you know which page of my docket that case is on?
It's on page 2.
Page 2. And you conferred with what?
Mr. Marshall,
Mr. Marshall, okay, and what's happening on that case?
that's a red file and we're still waiting on the blood. Is there a way the state can get a 30 or 60-day reset to get that blood back?
Okay, so it's reset for basically discovery. Patty, what kind of date can you give her?
It'll be September 9th.
September the 9th. Okay, is Miss Rome or Mr. Rome? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mr.
I'm here,
Chianti,
sir.
he's here. It's Mr. Chianti Rome, and he is on.
Mr. Rome, this case is gonna get reset to September the 9th. This is an in-person reset. In other words, you have to go to the courthouse and you have to appear in County Court 5 in person on September the 9th at 9 o'clock. Did you got that, sir?
Yes, sir. I got that.
Okay, then you can be excused, and Mr. Marshall, you can be excused as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now, going back to my docket again. On the first page of the docket, I had as a person, attorney being late is Robert Meyer. Is Robert Meyer present yet? Not yet. The next case I have on the docket was State of Texas versus Tabitha Vivanco Rubio. Is she present?
She's not logged in, Judge. And if she was having trouble logging in, she would have called me because she confirmed getting the login last night.
Okay, so Mr. Sanchez, she's going to be an FTA. I think Judge Longoria's policy, if you can bring her in within a week, he'll recall it. But right now she's an FTA. If you need to be excused and go somewhere else, you can be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge. Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you. I'm going down to the docket now. I have
Your Honor,
yes.
I have Mr. Bunk.
Yes.
Charles Bunk asking on James Dakota Holmes. It's an MTR. He's asking for the paperwork so they can have that hearing on the MTR today.
Okay, I'm sorry, Patty. I'm trying to understand. Do we need to have a hearing on Mr. Bunk's case today? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, it's on page 1.
Yes, I see it now. Okay, Mr. Bunk, we can have a hearing on that, but I just need to move out a bunch of people from my docket. So if you can be patient, wait for me to get rid of, not get rid of, help out those people on the docket. Okay. All right, thank you. Now, moving on to the rest of the docket, I have Christopher Dominguez.
Yes, I'm here, Judge. Raimundo Aleman. I was a bit late. I was logging in.
Okay, and I think President, what are you going to do with this case, Mr. Aleman?
Well, I'd like to confer with the prosecutor. We may have an agreement. We may be able to reach an agreement.
Do I have a prosecutor that's free and able to go into a conferring room?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, so Patty, can you put them into a breakout room?
I guess, Your Honor, I believe Mr. Bunk wants to go in conferring also with Mr. Bunk.
Okay, Mr. Bunk wants to confer with who?
With Ms. Morgan or one of the prosecutors.
Okay.
And the probation officer.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you told me before, Patty. I thought he wanted a hearing. So he wants to confer with the prosecutor?
Well, it's an MTR, Your Honor. It's a motion to revoke probation, so.
Okay. I just need to be clear on what you want me to do. You put them in a conferring room?
Okay, he's logging back on and we'll ask him because I guess he's having
In the meantime, since he logged out, I'm going to put Ms. Morgan in a breakout room with Mr. Aleman, okay? For right now. All right. Ms. Morgan, you're already in breakout room 4. So Mr. Aleman, I'm going to assign you to breakout room 4. You should have a button that sends you there. Okay, both of you should be able to go into breakout room 4 on your computers. Okay, now I'm going back to my docket again. Mr. Bunk.
Yes, Judge.
I'm sorry, I wasn't clear on what you wanted from me. Do you need to confer with the prosecutor or the probation officer or what?
We've already conferred. We have an agreement. It's going to be a revocation. I just need the court to send me a notification, a certification of appeal, I guess, and a consent to plea by video conference, and we'll get this resolved this morning.
Okay, Patty, can you do that for him?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, if you can't do it now, we can reset this to do it.
No, I'll do it today. I'd like to get them done today if I could.
Okay.
Judge, I'm gonna need to make you the host, and then when I come back from sending that paperwork to him, I'll be the host again.
Okay, what do you want me to do then, Patty?
I'm gonna make you the host instead of the co-host.
Okay. And then you want me to admit you back when you try to get back in?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna do that, Patty. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's too much power being the host. I can't do it. All right, I'll let you do it. Okay. Let me know, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Charles, we're gonna try to get the technical stuff
Yes, sir.
done,
Thank
all
you.
right?
Thank you.
Thank you. I am now the host. Ooh, if you just knew the power of being a host on a web page like this. Okay, I am going back to the docket. I have on the docket, going to page 2 of the docket, a possible FTA on Evelyn Quiroga. Did she ever show up to the meeting? Mr. Stenberg? Oh, I see her right there. Mr. Stenberg. Joe.
I'm say howdy.
Hi, howdy. What do you wish to do with Miss Quiroga?
Miss
What's going on?
Quiroga was granted the right to apply for deferred prosecution. Only problem was I had the incorrect address for her. Now I have the correct email, but she just needs to come in the office and get this stuff form filed so I can get it filed, or filled out so I can get it filed. So I can have a reset.
You can have a reset, Joe, but you can't have it immediately because I allowed my coordinator to log off to do some paperwork for
That's all right.
an MTR meeting. When she comes back in, I'll ask her to give you the reset date, if you can hold on for a while, all right? It's a technical thing. It's just a technical thing, and I'm sorry to make you wait.
Break room with my client, please.
You want to go into a break room your client, with your client?
Yes.
I can do that.
Since you have all the power.
Hold on. I have all the power of being the host now. I can do that.
Yeah.
So just wait a minute. 1 minute. Okay. So your client's name is
she's known as
Quiroga. So let me find her on my list here. Quiroga. Come on. Monteras Cristina. Thing is, I found you. Why am I not finding your client? Because she's listed as Evelyn. Is that right? Maybe? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put her in the breakout room number 5. And then Joe, I'm going to put you in the breakout room number 5 once I find you again. Okay. All right. You should have buttons on your computer that send you to breakout room 5. Before you go into breakout room 5, make sure that your client knows how to do that. Okay. All right. Now, so going down to the docket, Mr. Munoz.
Yes, Judge.
You were conferring.
Yeah.
What's happening in your case?
The state one reset to reach out to the complainants and see where their thoughts are on prospective offer, Judge. So I think they're just requesting a 30-day on that. And
Mr. Munoz, right now I'm in agreement with giving you the reset. I just need the coordinator to come back and give you the date. So can you wait? Be patient. Wait for the coordinator to come back on that. Okay.
Of course, Judge.
You had to log out to do some paperwork on another matter. Okay.
No problem, Judge. I'll be here, and then I'll speak with Patty, I guess, a little bit later.
Okay. And in the meantime, though, your client, Ms. Pacheco, can be excused from the meeting. But I think it'd be best if she stayed so she could get the actual data as well. All right.
I'm good communication, Judge. I can text her that.
Okay.
With my...
So if she needs to be excused, she can be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Esmeralda Garcia in the meeting? Esmeralda Garcia. Okay. Hey.
Judge, I'm still working on it, Your Honor. I'll be right with you.
Okay. Okay, Patty, do I need to make you a co-host now? Or
Not yet, Judge. Not
okay,
yet.
Not yet.
Thank you.
Okay. And I've got 2 resets when you get back and you're ready, Patty. All right. Okay. Going down the docket again. Dominic Rodriguez is being interviewed for a court-appointed lawyer. What about Andrew Martinez? Did he ever show up to the meeting? Andrew Martinez? He's not at the meeting. Okay. Going to page 3.
All right, Judge, I'm sorry. I'm back.
You're back?
And, yes, sir, and you can make me the host again.
Okay, so in order to do that, Patty, where are you? Can you talk again? Can you say something so I can find you? on
Right
my-
here, Judge.
Oh, there you are.
Right here.
Okay, I hit the red, the green, the 3 dots,
Yes, sir.
and then I look down and make you a host, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, just made you the host. And you're now the host. Am I still a co-host though?
I'll make you the co-host now, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the meantime, Patty, can I bother you? for some
Yes, sir.
reason?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stenberg? Joe? Oh, he's confirmed with his client right now, but he's gonna get reset, I think. What about Mercedes Pacheco, Mr. Munoz?
Yes, Judge, here.
You needed a reset on this case for, I believe, did you tell me the discovery? Was that it?
The state needs to reach out to the complainant, Your Honor, since there's a prosecutor.
So can we reset Mr. Munoz's case, which is Mercedes Pacheco?
Yes, sir. It'll be August 26th.
Sounds good. I got that date and I will notify my client. Thank you, Patty.
Make sure you let her know that this is an in-person reset. She has to go to the courthouse in person, okay?
Oh, that's starting new. We're doing things in person now, moving forward, Patty. Is that correct?
In County Court 5 as of August 2nd.
Okay, beautiful. Good to know. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now, Mr. Aleman,
Yes, Judge.
you were conferring at one point with somebody, I can't remember who.
Caitlin, Miss Morgan.
Okay, and Mr. Aleman, let me find your case. What's going to happen with your case?
Well,
It's at
my
the bottom
client
of
has,
page 1.
Yes.
At the bottom of page.
Christopher Dominguez, bottom page
yes,
1.
sir. Mr. Dominguez has to apply for the PTD program now.
So you need a reset on this case, or what do you tell them?
I guess that's how they handle it. I've never done a PTD in Court 5, so we'll have to ask Patty for help, how they do it there.
So Patty, what does he have to do?
He has to contact the DA's office, the pretrial diversion section. I'll get you those phone numbers, Mr. Aleman.
Okay.
So we're gonna reset this case for that,
For
are we not?
PTD? Yes, sir. For him to do that and apply for pretrial diversion.
Actually, he has two cases, Judge.
Okay, so,
It'll be August 26th, Judge.
okay, Mr. Aleman, your client's case is being reset to August the 26th, did you tell me, Patty?
Yes, sir.
That means if this doesn't work out, he still has to come back to court in person on August 26th. Mr. Dominguez?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that, sir?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right, it's an in-person, you have to go to the courthouse.
Yes, sir.
All right, reset to August 26th. Then you can be excused from the meeting, and so can you, Mr. Aleman. All right?
Patty's going to send me the phone numbers by email.
Yes, I will.
Yes, she is.
Thank you, there. Goodbye.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Stenberg, did I take care of your case already, or were you conferring with your client? What was happening? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we're fine. We just need the boss to give me a reset.
That's you, Patty.
Yeah. How long,
You know,
Your Honor? How long is the reset? 30 days?
If I could have 60,
All right,
It's,
it'll be September 9th.
September when?
September 9th. Will that work?
9th.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay.
May we be
Hold on, Ms. Quiroga? Or is that Evelyn? Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Quiroga, this case is being reset to September 9th. It's an in-person reset. In other words, you have to go to the courthouse and you have to appear in County Court number 5 in person September 9th. You got that? You got it. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Then you can be excused from the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Joe.
A pleasure.
As always.
Your Honor, I have a message from Attorney Brenda Levenstein.
Uh-huh.
She's in the 437th in person right now, so she'll be logging on when she gets done there.
Okay.
It's on page 2.
Yes, I'm running late by it then. Okay. All right, let me go back to my docket. I'm looking now, page 1 of the docket. Mr. Mauer is still late to this meeting on Brian Contreras Perez, but do we have a Brian Contreras? And Brian Contreras is waiting patiently for his lawyer. So thank you, Mr. Contreras. We're waiting on your lawyer. The next case was a FTA, I think, is Tabitha Vivanco Rubio, unless she's logged on. She is not. Next case is Mr. Bunk's case. And Patty, what's happening on that case, if you can tell me?
Judge, I have the paperwork. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, then let me know when you're ready on it, okay? And let me know when I should be looking for it on my screen. Then the rest of the page 1 is taken care of. I'm looking at page 2 now of my docket. And let's see, hold on. I have coming in as late Brenda Levenstein. And then the next case I have is an FTA, a possible FTA is Andrew Martinez with Laura Zachariah. Is Andrew Martinez in the meeting? No. And what about, and that's the last case on that page. I'm looking at page 3 now, and I have as a possible FTA Matthew Garcia. Oh, Garza, Matthew Garza. Is Matthew Garza in the meeting? I do not have him. And then the last page was add-ons, which I believe what we've done, except for Mr. Mauer's case, which is Brandon Lee Hatfield. Okay. So going back to page 1 of the docket and Mr. Bunk. Charles, are you still?
Yes, sir. I've signed it. My client is signing it right now. It should be very soon. Once that's done, we should be very quick.
Okay. I have someone named Christina on my
She's the court reporter, Your Honor.
Oh, Christina, I didn't know you were the court reporter. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just taking down everything, Judge. You can see it in the back.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, are you going to want the judge's notes sent to you on this MTR hearing?
I will do whatever Judge Longoria normally does. All right.
Okay. If you give me a couple of minutes, as in 3, so I can send that paperwork to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Ms. Reed, you just can't seem to shake me. I mean,
I'm not complaining about it. I don't know if you are.
no, I'm not. It's just, the way things worked out. But I did find it funny that, oh, we're live on YouTube. Never mind. Never mind. I was about to mention what another judge told me, but never mind. Okay.
Judge, my client indicates he has signed the paperwork and hit submit. So hopefully it'll get back to you guys. We can complete this.
Okay, Mr. Bug, I'm waiting to get paperwork. What is your client's name again?
James Holmes.
James Holmes. I'm looking for paperwork on a James Holmes on my screen.
It should be just a consent to video conference and a waiver of appeal since it's an MTR.
Yeah, normally it has a name on it, the name of the defendant on there, and I'm not seeing it right now. So maybe it's crawling its way through.
Okay.
Through cyberspace, but it's not quite here with me. In the meantime, I'm signing some other paperwork. Excuse me. Signing a dismissal on Matilda Quiones. Maybe when I get up on the screen, it'll be there. And so what are you going to do with this person, Mr. Bunk? Is it?
Judge, he's going to plead true to violation of number 16. You're going to revoke him and they're going to reform the judgment to time served.
Okay. I'm looking now for, am I looking for Holmes? Is that what I'm looking for? Let me see. Yes, I think I may have something on Holmes. 1 minute. Okay, Mr. Holmes, can I ask the prosecutor or the probation officer, do you have the alleged violation that you can read to him, and which one is he willing to plead to, Mr. Bunk?
Your Honor, I have the violation and it is alleged violation number 16.
And will you be able to read that for me when we get to that point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, now I'm about to minimize this and share my screen. Okay, Mr. Holmes. And Mr. Holmes, is it a regular probation or deferred?
Regular, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Holmes, are you present, sir?
Yes, sir.
Why am I not seeing you? Oh, there you are. Mr. Holmes, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Put your hand down, Mr. Holmes. Is your name James Dakota Holmes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same James Dakota Holmes who is currently on probation for driving while intoxicated as a second offense? Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. There has been a motion to revoke your probation filed that alleges that during the term of your probation that you violated the conditions of your probation. More particularly, it's alleged you violated condition number 16 of your probation. Could I ask either the probation officer or the DA to please read that allegation, please?
Yes, Your Honor. It is condition number 16, on or about the first day of May 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, James Dakota Holmes, did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the portable alcohol monitor device, in that the defendant skipped his 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. window in violation of condition number 16.
And to that allegation, how do you plead, sir? True or not true?
True.
Anybody force you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Besides any kind of plea bargain, has anyone promised you anything in order to get you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You're entering this plea of your own free will. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Holmes, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
On my screen, I have a document called Defendant's Consent to Video Conference, which you have signed electronically. When you signed this, you told me that it's okay to do this by video. We do not have to do it in open courtroom. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. And Mr. Holmes, I have another document here called Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right to Appeal. And basically, when you signed this document, and you did electronically right here where I'm moving my cursor, you told me that if this in effect is what you told me is, Judge, I understand that if my lawyer makes a deal for me with the prosecutor, that's called a plea bargain. If you follow that deal, I understand that I will not have a right to appeal in the future. Do you understand that, sir? Mr. Holmes?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Okay. So then, the court having accepted you plead true to the motion to revoke, is there an agreement on this?
Yes, Your Honor. In exchange for a plea of true to violation 16, the state recommends revocation and imposing a sentence of a $0 fine, court costs, 1 day in Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask this satisfy the judgment.
That is our agreement.
And you agree to this, Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes, do you agree to this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, Mr. Holmes, the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The court having heard you plead true to the motion to revoke, your probation is revoked. I hereby sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs, 1 day in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for time served, the fine and time to run concurrent, and the judgment is satisfied. You now have a final conviction for this offense on your record. Good luck to you, sir.
Judge, what documentation will he need to turn in his portable breathing device.
You need to ask the probation officer, Miss Luna.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll go ahead and send you the removal order for you to sign, and then I can give a copy once it's signed by you to Mr. Bunk.
Okay.
Okay, well, does that take care of the problem then?
Will you just email it to me then?
Yes,
Okay.
what is your email address?
I'll chat it to you.
Okay, thank you.
And then James, I'll get that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Judge, my client be excused while I wait for that.
You can be excused, Mr. Holmes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I have still Mr. Brian Contreras waiting patiently for his lawyer.
Your Honor.
Yes,
I just sent you the judge's notes on that MTR that you just heard.
okay, let me just see. Yeah, I got it right here. I'm about to sign it, Patty. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. I'm signing the judge's notes. There are a few blanks in there that need to be filled out, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to fill them out, okay?
Sorry, Judge?
There are a few blanks in here, like attorney for the state, attorney for the defense, court reporter name, other notes, but I signed it, and I'm clicking to sign right now, Patty.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I clicked to sign, it's on its way to somebody's inbox, who I don't know.
C Court 5, it'll be Linda.
Okay, let me see. So I've got, let me see.
Christina, what's your last name?
Galloway. I'm normally assigned to County Court 14.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'm looking at my docket now. Mr. Maurer, we're waiting on him, and his client is waiting for him. Can we give him a call, Patty?
Your Honor, that was a recall on the second page. I'm sorry, on page 4. He recalled one of his cases for 1030.
Okay,
So that's probably where he's at, because he was going to be in several felony courts this morning.
okay. So he has 2 cases then, because he has Brian Lee Hatfield, and then he also has Mr. Contreras.
Correct.
Okay, and he's not coming in until 10:30, so that's another, Mr. Contreras, that's another 28 minutes you may have to wait. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can put yourself on mute if you want, or do whatever you want to for the next 25 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And then Mr. Sanchez has an FTA. That's all the cases on page 1, and then page 2, we had Mr. Rodriguez at the courthouse filling out paperwork for a court-appointed lawyer. What happened on that case?
Which one, Judge? Oh, he filled out the paperwork, and I believe he's been excused. Deputy Castillo should have sent him right here to Linda, and she got his information, so I'll be sending that out to him.
So I can just mark that out and just mark it as reset then, right?
Yes, sir.
Reset for an attorney.
Judge, I heard from Attorney Brenda Levinstein, and she's going to try and walk in the courtroom right now.
Okay. Andrew Martinez is still an FTA, and Matthew Garcia is still an FTA. Okay, we having fun yet? So we're now in a hurry up and wait thing. I'm gonna see if I can catch up on paperwork. So if something happens, someone appears in the meeting, Patty, can you?
Yes.
Can you let me know? Because I'm gonna be involved in doing paperwork right now for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Removal, James Holmes. I have no idea what that is.
That's the judge's notes, Your Honor.
Okay, I thought I already signed them.
That might be the order from the probation department for you to
Oh,
sign.
that's for the removal. Okay, it's kind of a slow process, Charles. I have to print it out scan it back in my computer and send it to them, but I will do that. All right.
Okay. Thank you. I'll stand by.
Okay. Well, I'm printing it right now. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a slow process, Charles, because it's not connected to Zoom. So I have to like print it out, sign it, scan it back into my computer, and then send it as an email attachment.
Thank you, Judge.
It's a little bit of a lengthy thing, but I've now scanned it into my computer. Now I got to save it under a name, and then I'll be sending it hopefully just a little bit. Just give me a minute.
Judge, can I